Okay, welcome back to the Bantering Boneheads. We're doing something a little different today.
Yeah.
I'm Tony.
I'm Matthew.
And David is back behind the computer. And I'm just going to start out by saying the Boneheads are in session today. We've had a challenge laid out to us. And I'm going to let Matthew explain that. But
we said we weren't going to get political.
Yeah.
But we decided to toss that out the window in the name of comedy. And what we're going to do is we're going to name our cabinet picks for the office of the president.
Yes,
we're going to hit 4 of them.
Yeah, if we were elected president, who would we choose? Okay.
There's a criteria, though.
There is. Go ahead and
Can't
explain
be
that.
real people. They have to be fictional characters, cartoon or otherwise.
Yes.
So I'm really curious to see your picks.
I say we start out with the Secretary of Defense. What do you say?
All right.
Okay. If I were president-elect Donald J. Duck, and I were to choose my Secretary of Defense, after looking into this deeply and doing a lot of research, now I don't take this lightly. I don't take it lightly, okay? I would have to say that I would choose the Roadrunner.
The Roadrunner.
Yeah.
All right.
Beep, beep.
Do you want to know why?
I do want to know why.
Okay, my thought process behind the Roadrunner is, in all the years since his existence, facing Wile E. Coyote, not one time did he ever succumb to any of the stuff that he threw at him. He always come. Not only did he survive, but he turned the tables. And the trick that the coyote tried to play on him backfired on him.
Okay.
So I would say
I
we
see
would
where
be
you're going.
we would be safe with Roadrunner.
Okay. I think that Wile E. Coyote's a good call for what we're currently dealing with because he just blindly spends money on everything under the sun and gets no effect. So I think that's a good candidate as well.
Acme buys everything from
Acme military contractors. So my caveat here is I wasn't supposed to be in this seat, so I can't argue this position too well. These were my wife's picks that I'm having to commandeer.
Okay.
But her pick for Secretary of Defense was Yosemite Sam.
I thought about him.
And she didn't really articulate why that was her pick, but I think she leaned towards, he likes guns, he's very aggressive, he's well known.
I like how he points the guns down and lifts himself off the ground.
You know what's funny about that is that was actually my pick.
Was it really?
It really was.
So why was it your pick?
I thought about it.
Because he took no bull. He's a hothead. He
is
stands
a
his
hothead.
ground.
He is a hothead.
But I must say that he was outsmarted by Bugs Bunny.
Name somebody that wasn't.
Okay, true. But the Roadrunner, never to this day, never. So that's all I got to say.
Now I feel like I need to dig into Looney Tunes lore just to see if he's wrong.
He's right.
I cannot have him be right.
No,
It's
I
not
have
acceptable.
done the research. I personally would go with the Roadrunner.
And who was this for?
This is for
Secretary of Defense.
Defense.
Yes.
Now see, I've got a different one for that.
So the one that I'll throw out, what I was thinking when I was trying to make my own picks and not Heather's. You remember Toy Story?
Yeah.
Sarge, the little army man. Yeah. That's my guy right there. He's resourceful. He can organize his troops. Makes the best of his tools.
Well, I can honestly
good
say
guy.
that out of all of them, I don't think we could go wrong.
Probably not. So who was your pick?
Mine was not a cartoon.
Okay.
Mine was now his name escapes me. He was in Men in Black.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones, thank you.
But that breaks the criteria. It can't be a real person.
Well, the thing that he played.
In MIB?
Yeah.
So Agent K.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
See, unfortunately, Tommy Lee Jones is just like Will Smith, where it's just a movie with Tommy Lee Jones versus Tommy Lee Jones playing a character.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So
All right.
that's our choices there.
So between the three, can we reach a consensus on just one?
Man, I'm still down with the Roadrunner.
I can't argue against that one too much.
No.
Roadrunner it is.
Roadrunner wins. Point
Donald
one to Tony.
J. Duck
Donald
has
J.
proven. Okay, our next one would be Secretary of Education.
I got a good one for this one.
Then you kick this one off.
I got a good one for
Okay.
this one. Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
Oh my gosh.
That's
That's
I have no idea.
That's valid. I can say that.
She can keep kids engaged. She keeps it factual, fundamental. Field trips are a big thing. Funding's obviously not an issue. She's got a magic freaking school bus.
I think your wife, my daughter, might have topped mine because I chose Bunsen and Beaker.
A year before my time, I don't know.
That is the Muppets. You remember the little
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and not because of what they taught us so much
Is what they didn't.
is what they taught us not to do.
That's
He
fair.
was like a scientist, the Bunsen guy.
Who was your pick?
I didn't have one for that.
So, my first thought when I was laying this out was Charlie Brown's teacher.
Well,
Wah, 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 wah.
I'd have to say Heather. She chose well.
It's
on
hard to
that
beat
one.
Miss Frizzle.
It is.
That's a good one.
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there we are.
Point
It
one to me.
It sounds to me like Heather's had a couple really good choices.
Well, Heather had a couple really good drinks by this
Oh,
point.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
our next one that
Which
we
is
need to-
ironic because the last time you and I discussed anything remotely political, we were both drunk at the beach.
Oh my gosh. So the next one was Secretary of State. Now, Secretary of State is really in charge of foreign affairs.
Yeah, it's basically a diplomat. Like they're going forth and making friends and keeping the world together.
So my choice, do you want to hear mine now?
I do.
Okay. My choice for that, most people know him as the chef, but his real name was Smorgasbord, and I can't even pronounce it, Skagerrak. He was the one everybody assumes German, but he was really Dutch. You know.
From the Muppets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. He came out with that shirt. Burden. You remember that? But and my reasoning behind that was, what better way to make friends than over a good meal?
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, and you being a great cook, you should know that.
You know. Did
Wait,
you?
he's a great cook.
Oh God, yeah.
I've never had anything he's made.
Oh, yeah. He's a good, really good.
Are you
cook.
coming to Thanksgiving?
I am.
You'll have something I cook.
Yeah.
What you making?
They always threaten me with death to make the green beans.
Yes, he's gotta make the
and
green beans.
A sweet potato casserole.
Oh, see, I don't like sweet potatoes.
Neither do
His
I.
green
But then
beans,
for Christmas, if it plays out like it did last year, I'll be making a ham, a prime rib, mashed potatoes, green beans, and whatever else they throw
And
at
the
me.
prime rib is. Mwah.
That's
The
saying a
chef
lot.
would be proud.
Hey,
Smorgasbord.
for those of
Skagerrak.
y'all that don't know, which I doubt very many do, Tony is like a master of the grill. And for him to compliment Matthew, that says a lot.
Hey man,
Good
you,
food's
you don't
good
think
food,
this
dude.
just happened, do you? Now, who was your choice for Secretary of State?
This was her. Like I said, we're working off her list, but I supported it. Marvin the Martian. He's already been everywhere. He can handle the whole universe, so he can handle just a lowly little Earth.
Right?
He even in Space Jam, man, he kept the monsters in check, refereed the game. Like,
I
can't
mean,
beat him. Marvin's a good guy.
Not to mention, he solved the world's fuel problem.
I'm going to solve the world's fuel problems by destroying the Earth.
What did he use to do it?
The Q32 modulator.
Illumini space modulator. I think it was. I mean, with
I haven't
somebody
done
that's
that
got
in
a
years.
weapon like that,
It's hard to argue with. If your foreign policy is let's just destroy the Earth so we don't need foreign policy anymore, it's effective.
it works.
Yeah.
It works.
You know, we can't. You can't argue with that.
But he was fooled by Bugs Bunny.
Name someone that wasn't.
And I do not have Bugs Bunny as a choice for any of these. And maybe I should have.
Maybe you should have introduced yourself as President-elect Bugs Bunny.
I would be President-elect Donald J. Duck, and my vice president would be Bugs Bunny.
That's a good one.
Okay.
No.
This is a very interesting episode.
So I'm gonna hand her the.
0.2 to me. Well, to Heather, but you're not
Yeah.
here, so I take the point skate over.
Yeah, but she's not going to take the Secretary of Treasury. I've done too much research.
I don't know about
Well,
that.
then you go. Let's hear.
Well, hold on. You said you had one for two of them. Do you have one for
Well, the last one.
Treasury?
No, the last one.
Wait, who was your pick for the last one?
That would have been the Sam Elliott character in Roadhouse.
You know what? That's fair. I liked him.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam Elliott was a beast.
Still is. He's still alive.
Well, yeah,
Shockingly.
But I'm talking, yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's hear it. Matthew, give me your best.
Before I do that, what is the job of the Secretary of the Treasury?
I'm not exactly totally sure.
We want to make sure that we've got a balanced budget, we got money, we have
Yeah.
a surplus. I can think of no person that can find a way to make money and balance a budget and get everything you need. No person better.
Drum roll. That's not a drum roll.
That was an ocean.
That was
You just-
weird.
You killed my momentum.
Go ahead.
Ryder from the Paw Patrol. That man financed a whole high-rise tower, an aircraft carrier, a transfer truck, all of their vehicles, and he did it solely off merchandising and selling T-shirts.
And what would you think would be the total cost of all that?
A lot. And I funded a good bit of it myself.
Okay.
Probably more than they sent to Ukraine.
Donald J. Duck, and my sidekick Bugs Bunny, we would choose. Are you ready? Drum roll.
No, you don't.
Okay,
That actually
works.
sounds good.
I like it. Okay, Secretary of Treasury, Scrooge McDuck,
That was my first thought
and
when we
I'll
talked about
I'll
this.
tell you why. Scrooge McDuck made his first dime by shining somebody's shoes.
All right.
And he took that and turned it into a $65.4 billion net worth.
While impressive, Ryder took a stray dog and turned it into a TV show, 2 movies, and a line of merchandising worth billions of dollars that is still generating revenue
Is it worth
today.
$65.4 billion? That's
Probably
my question.
more.
Off of starting with a dime.
He started with a dog. You started with money. He started with a dog. He was in the red from the word go.
Okay, listen. We both stated our points. Okay? We're going to have to turn this over to David. No, he's looking up research now. He's looking for dollars worth.
Keep in mind, because he's basically retired at this point. He's living in his little condo apartment thing and yelling at kids. Paw Patrol's still making money. And as they sit right now, they're worth $14 billion. That's not their revenue. That's what the intellectual property is worth.
Which is way lower than $65.4 billion.
It is. But
Okay.
as long as kids keep coming,
Yeah, I mean, there's potential. There is potential. So now that we've argued our point,
Paw Patrol out-earned Frozen. You can't argue with it. And he's like 12.
and
He's got another 60 years to make your
Yeah.
whatever $1 billion.
and if you add Frozen and Paw Patrol together, they still don't total $65.4 billion.
The thing is, Scrooge McDuck isn't going to spend anything, though.
He may not.
No, he's going to put it all in the coffers and be like, your Social Security, forget that. Costs money. We're keeping it here.
And another plus is
Ryder
that was your
fixed
original.
stuff.
That was
It
your
was.
original thought. So David,
Yes.
you will be the deciding factor in which one that is. Are you going to go with Donald J. Duck and Bugs Bunny's appointment?
Think carefully.
Well, since this is like an official thing, I'm going to claim the 5th.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's only effective in criminal
So
proceedings.
what
which
we're
doesn't
going to
have
have to
you don't
do,
get that.
what we're going to have to do is leave it up to you guys to be the deciding factor.
So are you going with Donald McDuck or who are you?
No, Scrooge McDuck or Ryder from Paw Patrol are your options.
Yes, that's your.
Let us know in
options.
the comments below.
Yeah, and until then, stay bona fide. That last one in.